last December, I think. And so he kept going to that, what is it? He calls it the T Kimura.
Yeah.
That T Kimura position.
Yeah.
And so we had practiced that a bunch of times. And what I found was, as soon as I got to that T Kimura position, as soon as the person tries to stand up, so Kimura here, Kimura here, and then as soon as they try and sit up, I can drive that knee forward, and I've got enough flexibility and length that I can overhook, and then I just release the underhook side and grab, and then I've got all the control I would be getting from back, and I'm already set up
Yeah,
for.
you did that to me twice, and I was like, I know you've been doing it. And I'm like, yep, that's working.
Yeah. And the nice thing about it is that even if you turn in that position, I've got the reverse triangle. I've got a lot of stuff from there.
Yeah, my whole goal now when the discovery rolls on the block it before you actually connect, so like, I'm good, and then you get
I'm not good.
But that's what I mean. That's
Right.
the whole progression of the jiu-jitsu. Is like, it's not that I'm giving you positions. I'm more like, oh, I'm comfortable until I'm not. And I'm like, whoa, I gotta start stuffing that sooner.
Right.
That's all that is, and that's
Yeah.
as you progress. That's gonna be my game is trying to just tread water and stay with percentage at height. So from white belt to blue, you're like, like I told you. Now your progress is gonna be here. Now all the white belts are gonna be chasing you. And you're chasing me. You're purple belts
Right.
now, and brown belts soon.
Right.
So your progression is gonna be slower and slower, incrementally slower and slower. But these little white belts are still gonna be coming up.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. So that's all that is. So.
Yeah. No, I get it.
So side control to back. There's a couple different routes you can go. Which one do you want to do?
So, let's just drill from the body lock. I just want to make sure I'm getting my position correct. So from the body lock, that I'm driving in, shoulder, knee high, dropping back, tucked in.
I wouldn't even say it's body lock. It's a seatbelt.
Well, yeah.
Are you body locking?
Yeah, so I'm starting, because from back control, from taking somebody's back standing to takedown,
Oh, okay.
I'm here at a body lock.
And they're driving back.
And so, and just making sure that I'm getting in the right position. Yeah. Let me hit that a couple more times. Just making sure.
And I'm seated up here. This is where you want me?
Yeah.
Okay. And the good thing you're doing is you're not pulling me back, you're driving to the side. So as I drive back, that's giving you that momentum.
Well, and I'm not sure if it was you or Scott, it was one of the morning classes, but that the difference between, even when you've got the seat belt, the difference between having the knee lower, down by the kidney,
Yeah.
versus up by the shoulder,
Yeah.
and then instead of lifting, just sitting.
But yeah, I don't know if Scott said the same thing. But
Yeah.
I was trying to think.
It was probably you, like I said.
I tried to think of Captain Morgan. Butt cheek.
And yet, but that, I actually showed it to Daniel on Monday. I was like, hey man, you're doing a lot of work, just sit down. And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, just try it. Just, instead of pulling me, just hold on and sit down. And he did. He's like, oh my God, dude, that was so much easier. And I had said, it was either Mike or Scott. Somebody told me just to sit down.
Yeah.
Okay, so, let me see if I can get that. Try
the
it. Yeah.
one that stop?
Yeah.
You want me to do it to you once?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to the other side. Yeah. So same thing if you get in here or you pass. And usually what happens to me is when I'm in half guard, this is what the reverse judo, we call reverse judo, is I'm getting here and I get stuck. And this is why he said you're going to get out of his lockdown or the threat of the lockdown, is because I can't pass. You got these knee guards. So it's the whole, me trying to get past the shin, I try to get wide, shut, and elbow in the armpit. That's what he's doing right there.
Got it. Okay.
That's why your hand's vulnerable, but I can't do a Kimura if my elbow's in your armpit. So I do two things here. I'll either walk my foot up to your ass, elevate the knee, and create that little slide off, or what he did is he got up higher, shoved it, tried to bounce it off, got that reverse judo. So now I'm pressing on your right shoulder, and I've got your shoulder, both shoulders, baby. I'm not going for the baby arm, as you said. There's a few attacks there, whatever. I'm not gonna. So with this one, I need to stay wide base with my feet, controlling the hips, and then I'm just trying to bait your elbow, my elbow here.
Got it. So you just open up a hole for me to feed my arm through.
And I trap it.
Got it.
And so instead of stepping over with my left hand, I stay on this hip, and I do my roll. You're gonna try to compensate for that knee. If you like doing that triangle, boom. You can start setting up whatever you want.
Half cover.
This elbow is armpit. So, one. Come on, go. Right here. Stand tight. Does that work for you?
Yeah.
With the roll, you don't even need to lift up to adjust. Roll from this hip. You can go right into it. Here. Stay on that left hip. Reverse judo. So with the reverse judo, let's elevate this hip pocket onto my shoulders so my hands elevate above your hip. So put weight pressure on your butt cheek. Yeah, there you go. See that? So from here, when you have this Kimura, slink up and try to roll just from there. Seems like you can't, but you will. Go ahead now, roll over that left shoulder. Yeah. So what I'm feeling, and it's another one I don't feel comfortable doing just yet, because I'm here, I'm trying to get up high. I got that Kimura grip, and all I'm doing is rolling from here to here.
Oh, okay. So you're not. Yeah, I feel like I'm rolling really high. I feel like I'm holding the Kimura here, and your head's way down here.
So what I would suggest is just from here, I'm on my elbow. I got that Kimura. Just try to roll from this hip and this elbow to the elbow and the shoulder here.
So here.
And elevate the hips up high, straight up, and then rock your feet back. Yeah. Rock your feet back. Almost like you're gonna do a tripod stand. And it's gonna be your Kimura, your shoulder, and your head. Yep, that's it. So your hip position is never adjusted before the roll. At least that's what I'm seeing. And that's what I'm feeling. So, reverse judo side control. Boom, high up here. Yeah, comes up. Yep. Yep. And you might need to force it sometimes. If I start sticking to the mat, cool. Work on that, come on. Force me over. I start fighting this. Roll me to the other side, lock it up. Like it. That's gonna be money for you.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
What's the calf rep I'm supposed to be?
You can't even go from reverse judo, just from that. Let me see if I can do this here. Shit, I'm not gonna do a leg. Just what I'm feeling here. Boom. Boom. I'm feeling this from you.
Yeah.
Okay. What I want to feel is this. I slink across.
I feel like I'm so far away there. Maybe I don't know.
And like I said, I saw on video. I'm
Right.
just trying to figure this out. I want to make sure you're doing this because I'm here. But if I'm not high on this, I feel like you can push me down and start framing. Okay? So I got to be up on your right pec.
Okay.
That makes it uncomfortable. This makes it uncomfortable, and you want something. So you see that little bit of daylight. You give me this. But the moment I elevate this hip, I feel like if I start doing this, you're going to start scrambling to underhook that leg. There's the right hand under me. right?
Right.
So I'm thinking from here, all I gotta do is just roll. Heavy, 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 light, 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 back you that, take light. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Work on that little subtlety. Nice and slow. Just reverse judo from here. High on my pectoral. Get it a little bit more on my chest. There you go. Now you're up high.
Do me a favor, try and roll over your back.
That way?
Yeah. So, okay. And so from here, I'm just.
Yep. That's exactly it. It's a subtle difference where there was no space under your hips. You were not running on your active toes. Okay. You're just slinking over, almost torpedoing your head. What about a crucifix from there too? What if I start driving my head into you? Can you get a crucifix?
Sit.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Right there, dude. So if you want to do that twister, which you, if you're not allowed to, go right to the single arm choke. So you're going to crunch in, crunch your knees in, get that single arm now, extend your legs out. That's brutal. You got both of those.
So, got it. So if I here, get on my shoulder. So if I come up,
I stay passive to the back because I know I got to give you some space. I drive in, overhook, control. Ideally cross those ankles across my wrist. If you can. Get arm lock.
oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I feel your arm locked now.
Okay, so extending.
Give me just 1 second. Let me see if I can get that.
Play with it. Yeah. Tap.
Got it.
Bring the knees in. If you feel like you're not going to get bring the knees in, now extend so your ankles out. Keep going, tap.
Got it.
Okay, and once you do that a couple times, you threaten if you don't get the arm lock. Crunching in, crunching your whole body, bagging the head. Boom. Now you're in good solid control. Get that rock climber grip on my lat or my shoulder.
Right.
See how good? And just want you to hold on, extend the legs, tap. Tap. And you can hear it.
Yeah.
I almost like that
And
better than
shifting that Kimura grip to
you can,
that Kimura grip to the 5-0.
yeah, if you got the Kimura and you can still bag the head, go for it, and then you can still have that Kimura grip. Transition 2-on-1, get the 5-0, go there slowly, or if you just gotta go. You're
No. What I think I'm doing is I think I'm getting fucking walking into a Kimura. Here, hip, over. You decide you're not gonna go anywhere. Turn it up. Center nice and tight. So what I feel like is that if I ditch this left arm, when I release this, I take the 5-0 grip there, and then run the short choke.
If you want to be a lot more secure, go Kimura grip, and I'll show you. You go 2-on-1. So go Kimura. Now, both hands are on my hand. Now, let go of the Kimura grip, 2-on-1. So now you've got positive control, and all you got to do is bag the head. Transition your right hand to let go and go to that choke. Rock climber. Good. You're losing my elbow, but you got the choke. If you lose the elbow, don't worry about it. Control, head snug and tight. Start lifting the elbow. Tap. Don't worry about the elbow as far as if you lose it. You do want to control it.
I don't think I'm actually losing it. I think it's coming out from my legs.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want you to worry about it.
But it's here, so you're only going to go so far. You can only go so far down. You can't come in and under. So even if it slips out to here, I've still got it. It's still not going anywhere.
The control is really good on that. Boom. Get up high. Slips through. You stay flat as the mat. Heads down to the mat. I can't do anything. You're driving torpedo again. So, overhook. Try to get the elbow. If I don't get the elbow or anything, I'm just going to pinch. So if I get here, and if this arm starts to come out, let's say your right arm starts to move out.
Yeah, and that's all I've got.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying is like if it, don't lose this control if you think you're going to lose that arm because you felt I was closer to choking you than I was worrying about this.
Yeah.
I never got a real.
I think with the length of my legs, I think I'm good enough. Once I get, we remember. Let's see this again. And then. One. So yeah, even if you were to slip your hand out, yeah, you're not going far.
All the controls in that rock climber grip on this 5 out.
Yeah.
I can't get out.
That's it. And then even if you keep working that.
I think this control flow is going to help you seeing that there's just routes for me to go trapped. I want the arm cover though. I want the 5-0, fuck it, I'm going to short choke.
Right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to try that out with some white belts tomorrow. 'Cause, I mean, I was just watching a interview with Danaher, and he's like, if you want to get better, go get guys that aren't as good.
Yeah.
Because it lets you,
Right.
they create some dynamic movement, but.
So we're going to think of these entries for you. Yeah, and it's true. It's exactly what it is. So as I'm coming in, I'm trying to find out this. Oh, I get to here. I'll even shoot sometimes from here because I'm like, okay, I got enough space. I need to be closer, but I'm just going to torpedo in. I just force this movement right here.
Got it.
So I'm already here. So that could be your entry where you're just sprawling into this position.
Okay.
Because all you're doing is you're on the bottom, you're like, fuck, he passed my guard, now he's pinning my shoulders.
Right.
So think of it that way
I'm
too.
trying to.
So you do want to penetrate and get past my hips. If you get past everything, you torpedo your shoulders past, ooh, you shoot this elbow through. Look at that position. You can go regular side control, you can go to that judo side control.
And that's
drive this
gonna be
elbow.
something matter of taking that down, put this there. Yeah, that's funny.
Like you've been doing it for years, bro.
That's funny right there.
From the entry. Open guard. Get this elbow. Get this elbow. So here, if you want me to get up, let me sit up a little bit, but don't lose your control.
Right, I'm trying to stay here
If you're here,
because I want to.
cool.
I want that arm to try and do something.
Okay, as long as we're
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as that's what you wanted, cool.
Yeah, and that's I was working to keep you down.
Yeah.
To go for the leg.
Cool.
If I let you up a little bit, don't put as much pressure there. That's the.
I like them both as options. I would call that T, Kimura T, same as back control. It's just as powerful.
Right.
Because you can just transition right to back.
Yeah, and that's if I'm not holding as tight there. If I'm not holding as tight, like Dana was saying, if I want them to do this thing, I have to give you a little bit to let you try and get out, so I can drive that knee under, come over for my back.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to say don't
No,
hold me, but I was saying, if you're holding me intentionally, great.
Yeah, no, and that was, I was intentionally holding you
Yeah, for
so
sure.
that you're trying to fight this and watching that far arm for that.
Because what's my instinct? I don't really have a defense here. This me pushing your knee or anything, it's my head. I know. I use it.
I guess, hold on, let me,
You want to
so, no,
Yeah.
let me enter one more time.
That's what she said.
Actually, I hope not. So, up and over, I stay down, you stay down. What can I do?
Scissor choke.
I guess if I'm here
Mm-hmm.
and you're not letting your leg go, trying to figure out what. Pass that off. It's not as good, but.
We'll figure something out because
Yeah.
it's controlled, but don't rush it and lose the position.
Right. Well, I'm just trying to, what can I do, like the flicking the ear thing, what can I do to spur you to reach for this?
I don't think I've ever gotten, but you know, there's a scissor choke there too.
I didn't.
So it goes real simple. Do it without a partner. Whenever I get into the Kimura and I roll, and as I roll, their shoulders are here. This is their arm. This line is their arm. Kimura, boom. I do my little roll, and this is their head. It's like third strike their head.
Uh-huh.
I slink my knee under their neck, and I extend. I try to wiggle on their chest, and I wiggle into their under their chin, across my ankles, and I extend. By extending, it creates choking
Yeah, it
feeling
closes
with
it.
the knees. The defense for this is a credit card swipe between my ankles. As soon as you get a little bit of daylight, is bringing that far side arm over to defend this Kimura, chest down, and drive with the toes. I start losing my position. But
Let me try that.
I'm gonna do it to you.
Okay.
Feel the scissor choke. So it doesn't matter. You can be on your side. I've done it from side control, whatever. I'm rolling for this Kimura. Boom. And you think I don't have anything until I come in. So now,
Okay.
knee in, knee in.
Got it.
And I'm threatening the Kimura, but you're like, wait a minute, what the hell is this choke coming from?
So there.
I go between the calves. So you're gonna credit card slice between the calves.
Got it.
Extend out. As soon as you feel a little daylight, drive, chest down, toes, chest into me, head into me, drive. Nice, the escape. But there's that little little second where you're like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but because I'm giving you the counter, you're not gonna let me set it up. But if I do get it because I'm quicker, then I want you to know the escape.
Okay. Let me.
Try it?
Yeah. But I want to try it not with the intention of finishing it,
Yeah.
but with the intention of taking that arm because I think it puts the arm in the right position. So here, drive back on, get the Kimura, throw it out, I drive the knee under.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
that moves me.
So if I'm so do this. You really threaten the choke though. Now extend your feet away. You gotta get this knee under my chin. And threaten the core. I don't know what to do. I like that. I've never thought of doing that one. I like it.
Use it to set up the
For sure.
crucifix. Yeah.
Because usually what I'll do is if they do that, I'll go on top if there's come off the top. But I like this crucifix stuff. So entry again. Now we're gonna go on feet. No, you're gonna go up. You're doing it. But you're gonna be passing, you're gonna do a snap down, whatever, and I'm gonna have that full guard. Same thing. Drive.
Oh, that is minor right there.
2 on 1.
Away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now both sides.
Boy, that is money right there.
They're not gonna see how we're coming.
Yeah. Woo!
It only took you 40 minutes to get there.
True.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, this is just the whole fucking brainstorming now. These are a lot of things that I do, but I'm learning from you now that little reconnection to the crucifix.
Well, and that's
And you're
and
putting me into the position.
right. And if you don't defend it, then I choke you out with that. But if you defend it, if you practice that scissor choke,
I'm trying to remember. This way. You know what? It might be. I can never remember, but if I don't get the choke on my foot is crossed, I change the position,
switch your feet.
switch the feet. So now I'm thinking this is almost straighter than this, but it's hard to say. Play with the choke and try to get the choke. I get it eventually, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to steer you wrong. I think it's the top foot comes up front.
It doesn't even really, I don't think it matters, especially since I don't think it matters because even if the only real way they can defend that, if I'm here, choke's on.
So it really does matter because what happens when the top leg's on front, it pushes my knee in under your jaw where the one's behind. Now, so I'll do it the incorrect way.
So
Lower percentage here, boom.
yeah, but if you do it the incorrect way, I mean it's still the same defense. Go ahead.
Yes. Here's the correct way.
So if you do it the correct way, then I'm gonna grab this.
Just still credit card slices.
Yeah, no, you're right. I
It's
can't
still-
just grab it.
It's still credit card slicing, and that little daylight is when you start driving over. So if you start driving over from there,
But what I'm saying is try that crucifix
yeah,
transition.
So you're doing that. No, I get it. I like this because you're just unbagging the head, as I call it, and it's beautiful. Right here, I've got what I want.
Right. You're still all over the place where you want it. You've got all of the.
And then I don't know what your reaction would be, is maybe to drive back or something.
Yeah, I think that's almost. I think I'm gonna drive here.
This.
Yeah, take it to the back, take the short choke.
No, here.
Yeah, and I can't. There's no place for me to. Yeah. You're just working on tightening up that short choke.
So let's work on just getting the scissor choke to make that a legitimate threat.
Okay.
If you get them to submit, they're great. And if you don't get the scissor choke, crank the arm, roll up to the hip, and do the Kimura. So I'll show you what I'm talking about for you to practice on. So I'm gonna go to get the tap. Boom, boom, boom. Tap. Let's just say you tap, and then you go to Kimura. You can. You don't have to, but that's the option. I think it's lower percentage than what we're working right now.
Yeah.
But knowing that if I gotta threaten that choke in order to make it work for his defense. So go for that. So just right now we're just gonna practice on going on the scissor choke.
Okay.
So it's the bottom knees under my neck.
There.
Yep.
The neck. There.
And I'm not gonna credit card swipe, I'm gonna just tap.
So I'm gonna go.
It's either the
Top
choke,
leg goes over.
I believe it's the top leg in front of
Okay.
the other, now just extend your feet away and feel. Okay, now try the other way. That's X, but try the other way too.
They both feel good. So I remember one way is the right way, one way is less percentage, but
Let me try.
play with it.
Let me try and adjust my legs. Come in nice and tight. So this is top foot.
Yep.
Is to the front.
That could be it. I think that's it. So go ahead and do your other one.
Top leg to the back.
Still sucks, but it's the top foot in front.
So top.
Go.
Yeah, that leg leverage.
Yeah.
Just trying to use shoulder and head is a lot. But man, that just little bit of leg pressure,
Extending the leg a little bit.
you can, I can feel that there's as soon as I start that, you're like, fuck.
I'm already in a shitty position.
Right.
So the biggest thing is keeping that similar. So, you can get that entry anywhere too. Let's see. Close guard. Done. For some reason, I'm sitting tight, but can't get out. I'm stubborn. Yeah. See what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you think of the elbow to the shoulder, it's almost like they can't even frame on you.
Right.
So let's try something, some variation of that. So you get in my closed guard, and as you're fumbling through the guard pass, you just wave that elbow to one of my armpits when your elbows are right there. That right there, I'm behind you.
Right.
I'm behind the curve right there. If I start doing this, extend your legs. So I start dragging you.
So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to hike your neck up
Yeah.
so that when I do drag this under,
Okay.
I clear your arm and crease.
Oh, no, you did it. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Just crease was fine.
Yeah, that was,
Yeah.
I was hugging in a little bit. That way I can
Perfect. That's
out
what I was trying to teach you, but you already did it.
It's the thing that makes sense. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure they already have.
I'm sure. 10th Planet has some ridiculous name. Baby arm, go for the baby arm.
Well, there's a few submissions from that. But I'm trying to think of what else.
But yeah, that's a nice series right there. Hitting the crucifix. Crucifix.
The guy that murdered at it. I'll send what we work on.
Yeah.
We added this to it because we were working this.
Yeah.
This guy's not going to listen.
Oh, did he? Good.
I haven't met him. I've trained there right now.
Where's Marietta? Is that Georgia?
It's gonna be, no, it's the other.
No, that's
in
Marietta.
California. It's the same. Sounds the same. On the same spot. It's gonna be north of, it's south of Temecula.
Okay.
Temecula. Anything else that we could work on? Not saying we're done with that, we can revisit that in the next few weeks.
Yeah,
And we can introduce it with the other teammates and then that you
Yeah,
guys.
let them work that. Cause I love that, that's a nice frickin', because I end up in that reverse judo position a lot. And I think if I add that Kimura right there, that's a really good spot.
I think a lot of more seasoned practitioners, let's just say over 40, don't like Kimuras on them.
Yeah, I mean, you get those tight shoulders and, you throw a Kimura on somebody and they stop fucking thinking.
Are you going right to Kimura with your thumbs in, or are you going right?
No, I'm going straight here.
Straight in, okay.
Yeah, I'm hitting,
Because you don't need to unless you're,
So what I found when in that reverse judo position, I create the space. I don't want my thumb in, even when I'm pushing down, because I want to be here.
Yes.
I'm trying to push that hand to the mat and give me enough time. And a lot of times, when I'm moving around, I'm not even gripping with this hand. I've got wrist over, so I'm not really doing much here. I'm just holding pressure, and it's to keep this, just to secure this wrist. And then when I switch the grips, I'm gripping there and coming out.
Let me show you some Craig Jones toe. I was watching yesterday, so wherever we're at, if I get a toe hold right, we always want to do holding this and then try to do like a Kimura grip and get you rotate to the camera so I can we always think of this, right? Doing this,
Right.
but he was saying, if you could do, I'm trying to remember what he did, he said, you go over, and then you just create a fist and go elbow deep.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Did you send that to me?
I may have, and then you just push down on the toe, so you're not necessarily going here, but when you go elbow deep, you're creating more of a crank on the ankle,
Yeah,
from what
yeah.
I'm seeing, and driving down is giving you more of a toe.
Honestly, I was feeling that damn thing in my Achilles. When you-
Wherever it is, it's gonna vary from everybody, it's called a toe hold, but it can break anything from the Achilles to these purse strings, I call them.
Yeah, your arm was here, but I was feeling it here.
Right, so, and that's even deeper than just this, I'm not able to reach, but if I'm able to extend, and I go really deep, and I'm thinking of that fist coming across, my arm's a little shorter, but you might be able to do it too. So any toe hold position you can get to, I think of it somewhere here. Boom, traditional toe hold, and then now, you're gonna go, think of pushing your right elbow deep and then making a fist over your wrist watch. Yeah, that sucks. Whatever that is, it just gives it more of a crank.
What else did I say? I saw somebody sent, I think it was the Aoki from, so I've been working with the straight ankle lock a little bit. I've been playing with that against white belts that leave their legs out too much. And I've always tried to do the straight ankle lock. I've always tried to take it basically in line with the knee and come straight up. But it might have been Craig Jones that was like, if you follow that knee, you've got more flexibility there. But if you come and
You're good.
if you rotate instead of coming straight back,
Yeah.
then you're coming there and you get a hell of a lot more versus coming straight back there. There's a lot more, especially with somebody like Craig fucking Jones, who's super flexible in the foot. But yeah, just that little turn and attacking the inside versus there's a lot of meat.
So let's go, this black belt down and show you this straight ankle line. She got it from another black belt from headquarters, but it was, it's on the bottom, doesn't matter if it's on top or bottom. But I'm showing on the bottom, whereas you can't get the lift, but you have this. I'm gonna move my leg just so you can see. With the ankle locks, top and bottom, thumb perpendicular, stab yourself in the stomach.
Okay.
Bring your hand up to your heart. You're already gonna feel my blade in your Achilles.
Right.
But the finish comes not from the white belt RNC choke.
Right.
It's, she called it something else. Getting pretty with it. I call it stripper tits.
Oh.
So I'm not gonna do stripper tits because you immediately feel everything compressing in your toe.
Right.
So I'm gonna do this incorrectly, and I'm gonna do this incorrectly to give you room. But what I'm gonna show you is this motion, which she calls getting pretty. I gotta stomp on your hip, and you're gonna see what I do. I'm getting my temple down to the mat, and I'm creating a C. But even more to extend my posture is I'm gonna do a ballerina hand. I'm gonna draw a C with my finger.
Okay.
That extends my back and opens up my whole body to go. And you can feel how my back arches.
Yeah.
Now, if I do everything correctly, I'm gonna stop right here, because you're gonna feel it tight. Stab myself in the heart, bring it up. Stab myself in the stomach, bring it up to my heart. Stripper
Oh, shit.
tits.
God damn. Yeah.
So let's get pretty with it. On the bottom side, get that ankle up here. Yeah. Let's get that hand position so you're perpendicular. Stab yourself in the stomach. Making a fist, thumbs perpendicular to your tummy. And I want you to support this hand and bring it up to your heart. This is gonna stomp on my hip. This could even be here, okay? And so now I want you to think of stripper tits. And now your left temple's gonna go to the mat. Once you have that position, your left hand's in the same position, your right hand's gonna make draw a circle. Go ahead and arch, That's all I can take. That's all I can take. So if you need to go on the top,
Let's switch legs.
yep. Is it this way or?
No.
Okay.
Let's do this leg. I'm just trying to switch shoulders.
Yeah.
That shoulder wasn't really all that happy about that.
So what I'm seeing right now is I want you to control my hip somehow.
I'm just trying to get it.
I get you. Good. And so now it's on top. It's gonna be a little bit different, but the fundamentals are still the same. Thumb, stab yourself, bring it up to your heart as much as you can. That gives you that short choke.
There.
Yeah.
Toes right.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Yeah. Now,
And then-
temple to the mat. And now, try to arch. So you can't draw that circle with that bottom arm, but you can think of that same concept. So, yeah, temple to the mat.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can feel how compact my feet get, but it's my ankles. It's just like getting your foot, your hands like this. That's what you're doing in my toes. Right. In your arm. That low details.
Let's take a few minutes to work on sweeps. Because I need to drill the damn things, because I'm no good at them. And I need, from guard.
What do you do normally? What do you feel that you're not as efficient at?
So, honestly, I just need to go back. I need to just go straight back to basics at work, position, and get into the sweeps. Because I'll be honest, with 1 minute left, so overtime in the tournament, I found myself, I think I went for one scissor sweep, but I was so unconfident, and I was so insecure in that sweep that I bailed on it before I even really, like watching it. I know that there was a spot I did that sweep in, but I can't find it in the tape.
And this is no good.
And it's no-gi, but I mean, I have the exact same problem in gi. Like, I know how to get there, but I'm not confident enough in it. So in the last minute, it's overtime. Whoever gets a point wins. So I opened, I went to here, and then he moved a little bit, and I came right back in. Honestly, I spent more time hunting for Kimuras, and he was just by hunting for Kimuras, I kept him on the defensive so that he couldn't attack my guard. And that was how I just stalled it out. And it was a good match, but it was, I was playing to the rules, not playing jiu-jitsu.
No, sometimes it's doing this, and if you start overhooking here, right, you get him to tuck in here. I'm almost gonna threaten this way, so if he starts doubling down to this to reposition his arm, I'm driving him over my shoulder.
Got it.
I'm not always successful with it, because I'll go for
Well, in reality, he was here.
yeah, no, I get it.
And so I wasn't, his elbow would pop up there, and then he would slam it back down.
So you're gonna use that momentum when he's doing this, right? Just go ahead and stay tight, right? And if I just go straight for this, he knows that I'm going for this. Perfect. I start there, right? I'm rocking him off his base right here. So he's gonna double down and try to hit, or he's gonna post out. And if you post out, then that gives you space to start whatever, going out the back or trying to get under.
Well, and that's what it came down to, is when I got to, there was a couple times that I'd gotten there,
Yeah.
I'd gotten there, and I think I had popped open for a second, and then he started to move, and I literally just locked back in, because I just didn't want him to pass and win on a pass. I was not confident enough that I would be able to keep him moving, and I just need to work on the sweeps, is what it comes down to. I just basic fucking motions. Oh. Well, and so what I usually end up doing from here is when I get to here, I try for the Oma.
Yep.
But invariably, they posture up, so I guess I need to be more there. Yeah. Because I like going to that flower sweep. It's usually there for me.
Yeah.
Right. But I think I need to work here, maybe here. Now.
Let's just say I'm being a rock.
So if you're up that high, I'm going to attack. So I'm going to attack elbows here.
start driving, I want you to think of scissor sweep. I'm driving with them more. That little,
Got it.
that little sweep right there. So that's what I was trying to say. When you start threading the Kimura, they have to defend the Kimura. You're gonna get a sweep. So here, sweep Kimura. This is what we'll drill. Because big guys feel comfortable doing that. Especially if you know them going here. And if you just stay there, it's another movement from, let's just say you drive forward. You want to do one of those? I'm gonna try to go here. I'm not gonna worry about keeping the Kimura.
Right, because that gave me the point to win.
I do want the Kimura, but there's a point where I'm giving up the Kimura to go for the sweep.
Right.
But I maintain control-ish.
Well, and that's, it was a spot that I've gotten to many times. I've gotten here to there, and then, yeah. And I get here, and I'm good with that. I'm good with ditching the Kimura at this point.
Yeah.
Or if I'm against like Merlin or somebody,
Yeah.
ditching the Kimura.
Where are you at? You're in today's position.
Right. Yeah, I'm back here.
Yep. You're gonna start getting that on everybody live. When you get tired, Tom. We were talking tonight. Not Scott.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, right.
Kidding, Scott. He doesn't watch these. But if I defend the Kimura as I should, I need to bring my hand up and drive forward. Well, let's just say I do, and I call it the Merlin defense, but it's not the Merlin defense. It's exactly the right thing you can do. You have two options: drive in or hunker down, widen your base. I want you to think of keeping that Kimura threat, kicking one of my knees out.
Right. That giant killer.
Yeah. Yeah, so here, post, make this mistake. So now, you double down the Kimura, and I'm trying to bring it in. Now, I want you to think of trying to get somehow. Yep. So I'm trying to drive my hips back, but I'm trying to keep my elbow in tight, but there's no way I can do both.
Right.
So you're opening me up. It doesn't feel like, it feels like I got a really good base, but I'm so far over my center of gravity.
Right.
I don't have it.
Hit that a few more times.
Yeah.
On this left side. I might not be able to do it to that left side. I don't have as much strength in that hip. That's why I end up doing a lot with this.
That might be all you get. You know what I mean? I'm trying to keep my knees in, but your hips are faster and stronger than me in that position. Because all my weight's weight on my knees.
Yeah, I mean, if I can get that knee out, I think that's the part I really need to focus on.
Yes, I like it. I like it.
Scoop.
Good stuff. Work.
Yeah, scoop that.
And just getting it in the drills or in the bowls as you move on.
Yeah.
Last night's lesson was mount escapes, and there's still that top mounted choke that he teaches that I didn't understand, and I was like, I'm glad he was here. I was like, I'm default to you, because this is how I do it, and I don't ever feel confident because yeah, and so he cleaned that for me.
The paper cutter?
I don't know what it's called. Open the pedal, get here, get up high,
Yeah.
get here,
Thumb in,
thumb in,
head down,
post.
pop your elbow over.
What I wasn't doing was slinking over to this side
Yeah, getting so far.
and staying on my elbow, staying low, all on this weight on this side of the seat. So from here on, I was not doing correctly. I was going right to the choke, which I'm glad we cleaned it up. So it's a good one. I don't know what I do for no-gi as far as that. There's no attacks from that. I just go arm, triangle, head no triangles.
Yeah, and that was one of the things he was saying is, you know, in gi, the mount really isn't that great of a position. Everybody knows what the defenses are. There's only a few chokes. So being mounted in gi isn't that much of an advantage. Not before the tournament. After the tournament, I'm actually probably gonna take some time off because my shoulder's starting to get bad again. It's getting weak. But after the tournament, I'll probably take a week off, heal a little bit, rest, recover. But the next thing I need to work on is arm bars because I'm just not hitting them, and I really need to work on getting in that proper position, that proper. I've never hit an arm bar legit.
It took me 3 years to feel comfortable with an arm bar. I got it from a mounted floating arm bar that I think I showed you.
Uh-huh.
That one helped me realize that I gotta really have that elbow in my crotch. I really have to have that elbow here. So I started working on the spider guard, whereas even Tanner's taught this, where you're pushing the elbow forward, so it's bringing the shoulder into your saddle, even more so. So the whole thing is we always end up doing this. Pulling the bicep to create space instead of keeping it second. So if we can think of that.
Well, see, and I have more luck. I get into a better position from when I get the arm bar, say, mounted, I've sucked an arm across, I bring this knee around and scoop the shoulder, and then just grab my thigh, sit back, and then from this position, I always end up just losing that. Like, there's a lot of slack in there. I'm tighter when I just grab my thigh, and it was a big epiphany for me, but I think I've only hit like 2 or 3 arm bars ever. And I've tried them, and I feel goofy as shit, especially as much as fucking Tanner loves doing, as much as Tanner loves arm bars and just not being able to hit them at all.
You got 5 minutes and we'll see if we can work out something.
Sure, yeah.
So let's just go to finishing the arm bar. Where you would feel it, doesn't matter how you got there, you're just on an arm bar. I want to feel where you're at. Where do you want it?
So I'm here, I usually come.
Yeah, just
So
get to
here-
the finish, just get to where you're finishing the arm bar. Okay.
And I'm so close.
Let's get this leg over my face. And now, think of what you need for this arm bar right now. What would you do if you could just pause?
I'd scoop my ass in towards your
So
shoulders.
let's do that. Let's do that. Let's see what happens to my elbow as you scoop in. I want you to sit up now. Now boot scoot into my shoulder. A lot tighter, Get my elbow almost vertical over my shoulder socket. Now you should be sitting up and crunching.
Yeah.
Right? And now with your left hand, I want you to try to spider walk into your right hip pocket. Okay, you feel that?
Yeah.
Cool. So I want you to feel that this is contracted with a hamstring curl, but you're ready to straighten it out.
Right.
So if you straighten it out, what is my head going to do? It's going to pop up, straighten out your leg. Hamstring curl, contract. Boom. Keep doing that a couple times. Okay. So this one is the most effective thing. You have to have that crotch on my deltoid. You have to have my elbow on your tummy or your sternum. Okay? So if we're here, I want you to sit up and just get a Kimura grip on my hand. There you go. So you haven't changed much position here, but now I want you to start controlling my elbow. Just think of you're using this Kimura to keep my elbow attached to your sternum. And that top leg is making me get up, and allowing me to get up, and then kicking out to keep hamstring curl. So that's the position you got to get to from here. So let's get to mount. We'll get you to S mount. So usually what's going to happen is they're going to frame here. So you're going to choose a side. Doesn't really matter. I like your left side. So I try to scoot this left knee up to my hip. It's almost like taking it back, right? So at this point, because I don't have the hip flexibility, I try to get to this heel. But I keep this hip tight on the elbow.
So, foot flat.
So you're going to just put this knee up in the
there.
Yeah. And as you're doing that transition, the hands that closest to the head reaches right through my elbow. Okay? That tightness that you just felt as you legged over,
Yeah.
that's what I want you to feel. Let's do it again. It's a weird emphasis of thinking you gotta stay seated almost over my chest. really overhook with that top leg, keeping that left knee pinched into my ear, and now overhook with your left hand.
Got it.
That little
Yeah,
position
yeah.
is what you gotta work on. That's where you're losing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I was coming, maybe my knee wasn't, because I was only,
Maybe they weren't pinching this one, maybe?
I don't think my knee was coming high enough. I think I was staying here, and then,
Then you were making room for your hips to move,
right.
which we all have to do, but if you keep that knee pinched through the whole progression. See, my elbow just locked up. It
Yeah.
just elevated. So now you're almost thinking of knee pinch, and then if you keep that knee pinch, get to this foot. That knee just transitioned from
Right.
lower to just closer to my head.
And then,
Yep.
even without that arm,
Yep.
it's already a hell of a lot tighter.
Elbow hip escape. Fail at it, you're gonna get 9 out. Easy. And right here, I just want you to control that elbow, extend this leg out. Let me rise up, think I'm gonna snap, keep your head down. Drill
Well,
that.
and
If you trust.
so, and yeah, I think the other thing that helps is grabbing that leg,
Yeah, close by.
because a lot of times I get a lot of runaways. What? I got a lot of runaways. So yeah.
So think of it this way, which is your, can I do about your right one?
Yeah, let's do it on the left one.
Left one, oh, that's fine. So, boom, 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 come up. So I'm trying to Spider-Man crawl, I call it. That's now over the head. And I'm trying to stay tight.
Okay.
I almost get my heel in here. So if you start already, I understand you gotta almost stack and bring this elbow in, and you flatten this leg to the mat. Now I can't get that spider web, right?
Right. Got it.
So I didn't compromise this, I didn't compromise this. I kept my leg off your face just so you could see what I did.
So, actually, hold on. Let me see something. Because the armbar that he's been showing recently from that Kimura. Scoot that up. Here. Trying that. I think this is the one I'd like to try for, because your stack up, if you stack,
You've got an armbar right here if you.
right, that's what I'm saying, is that I've got control here, I'm in a good position, hip, and then as you stack up, I just straighten out.
Top, yeah. Or you can even leave that left hand in front and right there. It's done. It's done. Yeah. We call the kids scary bar on that one. Wait till, that's the scary bar because you don't know you're about to break your arm. Let's do that one again. Let's see, 45. There we go. More. Super tight.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try, especially since it's a movement I've been working on.
Yeah.
I think I might try that over the shoulder, behind the head, over the shoulder grip. And then even with the stack, so let me get back to that stack. So here and there, and I tend to get that. So then even if you stack, stack yourself in the core.
So I'm thinking with that S mount, I can do it to keeping the knees pinched.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Is I'm coming in. I'm not really shoving one hand over the other. I'm just right here. I'm thinking this. So if you, whatever your defenses are right here, try to frame or bridge. Go ahead and move. I'm bringing my heel and my knee together.
Right.
So you feel a little like you're carrying a weight.
Yeah, definitely hearing your weight.
So, and now as you start working your defenses, stack, keep my knees pinched. I mean, I gently controlled this, so it's like,
Right.
it's even more powerful if I control that.
Right.
So think of that knee pinch real quick. You get to that S mount. With both hands in, whatever side you want, doesn't matter. Ooh. Get to that heel and then bring that S mount, bring your heel into your knee. Right there, that little compression. Now I'm gonna buck and move and control me. That's what I want you to feel.
Oh yeah.
Ready to post in any direction.
So I'm good here, and then even if I want to come back across
Yep,
to there,
beautiful.
I'm still a little low, but
You're
that's
good.
finishable.
You're good. You know what you can do here? Raise my hand up to the ceiling, both hands, scoot in. Just get a little boot scoot in. So get that burrito grip, raise it to the ceiling, boom, or even the Kimura grip, that elbow straight up to the mat, boot scoot in. Take up that space. Beautiful. That's what I want you to work on. S mount, knee, pinch,
So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna try and
elbow or fist.
next time I get there. I'm gonna try Kimura grip to get my ass in the right position, and then work on the finish after that. Don't ever get my
Yeah.
ass right.
You want to get that shoulder
Right.
once you get there, and then transition to a triangle, and then transition back, and then go to the back. You know, and that's what I mean. And then you'll get the finishes once you're like comfortable going.
Going back and forth.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, I'm losing it. Fuck, and we're starting at zero. So now you're like, no, okay, I'm losing it, or no, I'm gonna direct it in this direction.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and open it up a little bit. Let him stack me, Pac-Man bite to the triangle. Yeah. Thanks, man. Oh.
Well, no, I didn't realize I could help until I started helping.
No, I appreciate it. Like I said, I really appreciate these sessions. I know it's not